Hello everyone, welcome to the next Amazon Web Services course. In this video, we will create an Amazon account, set up multi-factor authentication, and configure a budget to help avoid accidental expenses from launching costly services. We will configure the IAM service, create groups and users with all the necessary access levels. We will use AWS API using AWS CLI and AWS SDK. Before creating an account, it's important to understand Amazon's responsibility model. You are responsible for security in the cloud, meaning configuring firewalls, all passwords, access levels, data encryptions, and so on. Amazon is responsible for security of the cloud, which includes hardware patches, restricting physical access to server rooms, and so on. Let's start the account registration. Creating an account is no different from registering on any other website. Go to AWS Amazon.com, create a new account, enter your email address and account name, generate a strong password, enter your account details, credit card number, phone number verification, select basic support. We will discuss different support plans later. Registration is complete. But if you immediately try to access any service, you will get an error indicating that the account activation isn't complete and you need to wait for an email for Amazon confirming registration. Once received, the account is ready to use. It's important to enable MFA for the root account. When you log in, besides your primary password, you will need to pass additional authentication, which is crucial for security. Enable MFA is very easy and doesn't take much time. Go to IAM, add MFA. Here you will see 3 device options for MFA. Passkey or security key. You can use iCloud Keychain, Google Password Manager, 1Password and others. And have additional authentication via fingerprint, face or device PIN, synchronized across your devices for AWS login. The next one, Authenticator applications. Mobile applications like Microsoft or Google Authenticator and others are supported. The full list is always available in the documentation. These applications support TOTP, time-based one-time password. And the last one is hardware TOTP token. It's a physical device with one-time password that refresh codes every 30 or 60 seconds. Let's back to MFA creation using an authenticator application. Name it, select an authenticator application, install the application on your phone, scan the QR code with the application, and enter 2 consecutive passwords from the application. That's it, MFA is ready. Now let's set up Amazon Budgets. Amazon Budgets is a tool to help you control your spending and resource usage. With this service, you can create Amazon budgets, set up notifications, and view reports to meet your financial goals to avoid unexpected charges. To create your first budget, search for Billing, open Billing and Cost Management, Budgets, create a budget. Choose Zero Spend Budget and add email recipients. You will receive notification if your monthly expenses are more than 1 cent. Another option, if you are already actively using the cloud and expect expenses more than 1 cent, is to choose monthly cost budget, enter an amount 20% more than your monthly spending and add emails for notifications. Amazon will send you 3 notifications. The first one, when your actual costs reach 85%. The second one, when your actual costs reach 100%. The last one, if your forecasted costs are expected to reach 100%. Before users creation, let's understand how to configure access level for them. In Amazon, to manage access, need to use IAM policy. It's a document that defines permissions for users, groups or roles to perform specific actions with AWS resources. They are written in JSON format and contain rules that define what actions are allowed or denied for specific resources. Now we are ready to create users. To create users, go to IAM service, users, create user. enter some username. You can add a user to an existing group, which we will create later, or copy policies from an existing users, or simply add an existing policy. We choose to add a policy administrator access. Then go to the security credentials, enable console access. After generate password, user must create a new password at next sign in. After that, you will see a link where the user can access the console, their username, and the generated password. If you have several users who need the same access level, you can create a group and add all users to the group. Go to Groups, name the group developers, add a policy, for instance Lambda full access, scroll down and create the group. The group is ready. Now let's create a couple of users and add them to the new group. Go to Users, create user, username, next. Add user to group, choose our group developers, review, create user. And one more user, give it a name. Add user to a group, next, review, create user. Here is one more way to create users using IAM Identity Center, but we will talk about this on the next lesson. Now let's talk about Amazon API. You can create resources on Amazon not only through web interface but also via API. This can be AWS CLI command line interface or SDK, creating resources through libraries for various programming languages such as Java, C++, Node.js, and others. For AWS CLI and AWS SDK authorization, you need to generate AWS access and secret keys. To do this, go back to IAM, security credentials, create access and secret keys, local code, and get what you need. Now configure your computer to work with API, which is very simple. You just need to export environment variables to your operation system. I will add the link to this documentation and AWS CLI installation guide to the video description. Let's get to practice. I have a Mac. I export access and secret keys with the region I want to work in. That's it. Everything is ready and we can work. To create an S3 bucket, just type AWS S3 MB, what is make bucket, followed by the bucket name. Now let's see which buckets I have in my account. By the way, a bucket name is unique like a domain name, so if I create a bucket with this name in my account, it cannot be created in any other Amazon accounts. This was a short AWS CLI demo. Let's have a look at AWS SDK. Let's quickly write some simple code to create an S3 bucket. Please note, I don't add AWS access and secret keys in the code, but I read them from environment variables. Now we can run our code, create an S3 bucket and check if the bucket was created. As you might have guessed, using AWS SDK you can create and manage lots of resources. The last topic for this lesson is the support plans offered by Amazon. Amazon has 4 support plans: Basic free, Developer from $25, Business from $100, and Enterprise from $15,000 per month. The main points to note: in the Basic free plan, you have no way to send an email, call, or get any support. Help yourself or read the documentation. In the developer plan, you can write to support and get a response within 24 hours. In the business and enterprise plans, you can get a consultation on your application architecture, call or write an email and get a response within an hour on business plan or within 15 minutes on the enterprise plan. If you are just starting with AWS or your support needs are minimal, basic or developer plans is what you need. For medium and large organization with critical production workloads, business or enterprise plans provide more comprehensive support and additional services to optimize your infrastructure and ensure smooth operations. This is all for this video. Leave your comments if you have any questions. Thanks for subscribing.